Today at Story House, we have a very special guest, Melissa Tucci. She's the top producing real estate agent in San Diego and also the official Padres real estate agent. She sees thousands of homes, but no two stories of a house are ever the same. So today I'm here with Melissa Tucci. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So you have a very unique story today about a very special house in Bankers Hill.
I do. This is a 2-on-1 house. It's 2 houses on 1 lot, and it dates back to being in the family 70 years
Wow.
this year. So it's a really nice, heartwarming story. The grandparents had purchased it. They had moved their family over from Sicily and Italy, and they wanted to be close to an area where they could walk to Little Italy and near downtown, since they were very, of course, into keeping, homemade, authentic Italian meals. And then their children ended up taking over the property as they had passed on. And now all those kids were raised there. They used to have family meals with their cousins and aunts and uncles. There was 16 grandkids.
Oh my gosh, my parents would go crazy.
Oh, I know. But the place is absolutely spectacular for it. It's on a canyon, so the kids could play in the canyon. The main house is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. That's over 2,300 square feet. They then also had a basement. It has a basement that with another kitchen, so for extra large parties and gatherings. And then a separate house that's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, almost 1,000 square feet. So it really holds so many, people, whether it's extended family or if you want to keep it and then, have guests visit or rent it out. And it's just such a neat, heartwarming story that most people don't hold on to their properties this long in the family. And all of the kids who are now, in their 50s and 60s, grew up there, and it's just, it's amazing to just see the, the time periods and how things have changed over the years. And, of course, it's kind of bittersweet because they're selling the property and it has so many memories, but they hope whoever purchases it could carry on those memories as well.
And that's what I love about the show is that you get a chance to tell the history of this house. So the next buyer is going to actually appreciate how much love and family history went into this.
Right.
So 70 years of memories. I know we have a picture and the whole family sitting around the table. Like you said, they're from Sicily. And very special, the family owns is Mona Lisa, right?
Yes, right. So the father was actually a fisherman, and he wanted to spend more time once the children were born, because that's, of course, a very gruesome job and you're not home often. So he opened up a restaurant, Italian restaurant, and it's in the Allied Gardens Del Cerro area right off of Waring Road, called Mona Lisa. And that's been in the family for years as well.
Oh my gosh.
And authentic Italian food. I've personally tried it. It's phenomenal. And so, they have, that's a big part of the family as well as, this property too. So it just kind of creates such a warm sense because you deal with so many houses in real estate where average people own between 5 and 7 years. So when you meet a family that has had it for 70 years, it just really kind of takes you back to like, wow, these homes, a lot of them were built at the beginning of the 19th century. This home was built in 1925. Architects that are really well known in the area like Irving Gill and Frank Mead developed in this area. And Bankers Hill actually got its name because it was meant for more of an affluent community. And a lot of people don't know that it's also known as Park West. And it's just such a great area. You're near Balboa Park, you're near Hillcrest, you're near downtown, Little Italy. And so it's just a remarkable location and then backed by an amazing, heartwarming story that you don't get to hear of.
Melissa, you were talking about this huge Sicilian family. So to them, of course, gathering around the kitchen and all this time together, it was so beneficial to be able to have that addition to the house. But now someone moving in, they could use it for a big family or even part of an investment.
Oh, absolutely. They could rent it out. They could do even potentially like a vacation rental type of scenario as well, just because you're such a great location near downtown and walkability. Another unique thing about this property, it has an RM 3-7 zoning, which means there's a huge potential to expand and build more units as well. You're on a cul-de-sac canyon lot, so anyone driving on the street, this is at the end of the street. You don't have a lot of through
So I imagine the lot is much bigger as well.
The lot is over 5,100 square feet, and there's an abundance of parking. You also have an unfinished basement on the second house, so addition for storage. I mean, there's just so much possibilities, and it's just amazing what could be done with this property.
Absolutely.
So it's a great, great listing.
And what kind of person do you think that they hope comes into this house?
You know, it would mean a lot to them to get someone that is a family and, you know, potentially having children. But honestly, anyone, they welcome any buyer, you know, as long as that they could appreciate everything that went into the house. You know, and it just would be nice to have, of course, people always like to see if someone does something similar that
Definitely.
they did. But, you know, just looking for good people that will just keep the legacy going.
Well, Melissa, thank you so much for sharing your story. Congratulations on this listing, and we look forward to hearing from you on the next one.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
And if you like what you heard and you want to tell your story, be sure to log on to storyhousesd.com and stay tuned for more episodes.